Sean Strickland and Dricus Du Plessis are about to go to war again. The first fight ended in controversy, and Strickland is coming back with a vengeance. Fans are still debating who really won at UFC 297, and now the rematch is set to settle the score. Strickland's pressure boxing versus Du Plessis' explosive power. This is a fight that could change the middleweight division forever. But this isn't just about the belt. It's about pride, revenge, and proving who the real champion is. Stay locked in, because these 10 facts will make you see this fight in a whole new way. 1. The first fight was controversial. The first fight between Dricus Du Plessis and Sean Strickland at UFC 297 ended in a split decision, and the MMA world exploded with debates. Some fans believed Du Plessis did enough to win, while others argued Strickland controlled most of the fight with his pressure and striking volume. The judges gave the victory to Du Plessis, but Strickland was furious, claiming he was robbed of his belt. Even UFC fighters and analysts were divided on the result. This controversy created massive hype for the rematch. Strickland wants to prove he was the real winner, while Du Plessis aims to silence the doubters. With all the drama surrounding their first fight, the rematch at UFC 312 feels personal. This time, both fighters know they can't leave it to the judges. 2. Strickland's brutal fighting style. Sean Strickland is one of the toughest and most relentless fighters in the middleweight division. His pressure-heavy boxing style forces opponents into uncomfortable positions, making them fight on his terms. He has an incredible chin and can take serious damage without slowing down. Strickland's style is built on high-volume striking, great defensive head movement, and non-stop forward pressure. Unlike most fighters who use explosive power, Strickland breaks his opponents mentally and physically over time. His ability to talk and taunt his opponents inside the cage makes him even more dangerous. Against Du Plessis, Strickland will look to use his precision striking and constant movement to keep the fight standing. If he can avoid Du Plessis' explosive attacks, Strickland's volume and endurance could give him the edge in the rematch. 3. Du Plessis' unorthodox power and pace. Dricus Du Plessis fights in a way that looks awkward but is extremely effective. His striking is unpredictable, and he throws punches from unexpected angles, making him hard to read. But what makes him dangerous is his insane pace and power. He never stops moving forward and throws everything with full force. His style may look reckless, but it has helped him finish 19 of his 21 career wins. Du Plessis has an iron will and refuses to back down in fights. Even when he looks tired, he keeps pushing forward, making his opponents question themselves. Against Strickland, his goal will be to land powerful strikes early and avoid getting stuck in Strickland's pace. If he can connect with one of his wild shots, he might end the fight before it reaches the judges. 4. Bad blood. Between the fighters. This isn't just a fight for the belt, it's personal. Strickland and Du Plessis do not like each other, and they've made that clear. Strickland has mocked Du Plessis' fighting style, calling it sloppy and saying he doesn't deserve to be champion. He's also questioned Du Plessis' conditioning and claimed he got lucky in their first fight. On the other hand, Du Plessis is determined to prove he is the rightful champion. He believes Strickland is just making excuses for his loss and refuses to let him take away his moment. The press conferences and face-offs leading up to UFC 312 have been heated, and fans are expecting a war. With both fighters looking to prove a point, this rematch has all the ingredients for an explosive showdown. 5. Strickland's upset win over Adesanya. Many people counted Strickland out when he fought Israel Adesanya at UFC 293, but he shocked the world. He dominated the fight using his high-pressure boxing and defensive skills to completely shut down Adesanya's striking. He didn't just win, he made it look easy. Adesanya, one of the greatest strikers in UFC history, struggled to land anything significant. Strickland's disciplined approach proved that he could beat elite competition, and he walked away with the middleweight title. Even though he lost the belt to Du Plessis in their first fight, his victory over Adesanya still shows that he has what it takes to be at the top. Going into UFC 312, Strickland is more motivated than ever to reclaim his spot as champion. 6. Du Plessis' meteoric rise. A few years ago, Dricus Du Plessis was barely on the radar in the UFC middleweight division. Now, he's the champion. His rise has been nothing short of incredible. He made his name by finishing top fighters like Robert Whittaker and Derek Brunson, proving that he belongs among the best. His aggressive fighting style and impressive finishing rate made him a fan favorite. Despite doubts about his technique, He keeps finding ways to win. Beating Strickland was the biggest moment of his career, but defending the title will be even harder. Many champions struggle in their first title defense, but Du Plessis is determined to prove he isn't just a one-hit wonder. If he can beat Strickland again, there will be no more questions about his legitimacy as champion. 7. The rematch is a striker's battle. Both Strickland and Du Plessis love to strike, but their styles are very different. Strickland relies on clean, technical boxing and smart defense, while Du Plessis throws wild, explosive strikes with knockout power. This fight will most likely be won on the feet. Strickland will try to keep the pace high and control the fight with his jab and movement. Du Plessis, on the other hand, will look to land big shots and end the fight early. The first fight showed that both men can hurt each other, so it will be interesting to see who makes the right adjustments. If Strickland can control the distance, he has a great chance to win, but if Du Plessis lands a big shot, it could be lights out. 8. Strickland's mental warfare. Strickland isn't just dangerous because of his skills, his mind games are just as powerful. He constantly trash talks his opponents, both inside and outside the cage. He trains hard, spars aggressively, and isn't afraid to take things too far. This psychological warfare affects some fighters, making them fight emotionally instead of sticking to their game plan. Before their first fight, Strickland tried to get inside Du Plessis' head, and he's doing the same thing for the rematch. Whether it's during press conferences, interviews, or even during the fight itself, Strickland will keep the pressure on. Du Plessis will need to stay focused and not let Strickland's mind games throw him off. If he lets emotions take over, Strickland could capitalize and take back his title. 9. Title defense on the line for Du Plessis. Winning the belt is one thing, defending it is another. Many first-time champions struggle in their first title defense, and Du Plessis is facing one of the toughest possible challengers. Strickland knows what it feels like to lose the belt, and will do everything to get it back. If Du Plessis can successfully defend his title, he will prove that he's not just a temporary champion. A win over Strickland would solidify his position at the top of the middleweight division and earn him even more respect. But if he loses, Strickland will take back the belt and possibly set up another huge fight in the future. The pressure is on Du Plessis, and how he handles it will be key to the outcome. 10th high stakes for the middleweight division. The winner of this fight won't just be the champion, they'll also be in line for even bigger fights. Both Khamzat Chimaev and Israel Adesanya have their eyes on the belt, and they are waiting for their chance. If Du Plessis wins, a fight with Adesanya could finally happen. If Strickland wins, he could face Chimaev in a massive showdown. This fight will shape the future of the middleweight division. The stakes are higher than ever, and both fighters know what's on the line. Whoever wins at UFC 312 will not only hold the belt, but will also have a huge target on their back. This is more than just a rematch. It's a battle for dominance in the division. This fight isn't just about the belt. It's about proving who the real champion is. Strickland wants revenge, Du Plessis wants respect, and the middleweight division is on fire. With controversy, bad blood, and high stakes, UFC 312 is set to be unforgettable. Will Strickland reclaim his title, or will Du Plessis shut down the doubters once and for all? Drop your predictions in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fight breakdowns.